Speaking of Browns, Josh, they are rumored to be playing in France this year, as are the 49ers and Rams. It is confirmed. Those two teams will play what we all assume is going to be week one, though that hasn't been necessarily confirmed yet 100%. That game is going to take place in Australia. Browns Saints, I believe, is week 7. The rumor is for in France.
Yes. Does the NFL hate international fan bases or something?
No, the NFL doesn't hate it. They actually love it, and all 16 games and 32 franchises are going to be playing an international game at some point.
No, I'm asking that because you're sending the Browns and the Saints to...
Again, I think the Saints are a very frisky team. If you want my hot take right now, I think the Saints could win the NFC South next year. That's how much I believe in what Tyler Shough did at the end of the year. I think the kid's a legit franchise quarterback. I don't think he's Brandon Weeden 2.0 the way I originally thought he did. So, and the Browns, by the way, who are absolutely tanking for a quarterback, and I feel bad for Shedeur Sanders, and they hired an old man who is a one and done walking in Cleveland, in my opinion, in Todd Monken. But let's face it, Shedeur Sanders, I'd pay a ticket if I was living in Paris to go see Shedeur Sanders. I mean, according to him, the fact he threw a couple of interceptions in the Pro Bowl means that he can light up the NFL.
Yeah, because everybody was watching the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, but I think it's interesting that they are doing 49ers Rams as an international game. And the Rams are going to be the designated home team in this matchup, which means that Rams fans and 49ers fans will not be able to go to SoFi Stadium to see.
Well, actually, the Niners actually play the Chargers this year at SoFi, so they still will be able to see their team.
I'm talking about to see the Rams and 49ers play each other in SoFi.
Well, you said Niners fans. So Niners fans, even if they won't get to see the Rams, they'll still get to see their team. I mean,
no, I said Niners and Rams fans.
Okay, I still don't understand the difference between that, but
you're losing a divisional matchup on your home field.
Yeah, but the Rams don't have a home field advantage. It's all Niners fans anyway who come. And they'll still be able to see the Niners when they play the Chargers. So I don't think this is a big deal. I don't think the NFL season is a big deal. There are two California teams that are pretty close to each other, so it's going to be convenient travel for both. There's not going to be a disadvantage or an advantage. They are probably going to play week one because of the Australia thing. Have no idea what time the game is going to be or what day or network this game is going to be on. But football is going to be on in Australia. We're going to find a way to watch it. I told you this before. We all laughed when it was, what was it, Commanders Dolphins this year in Spain. Guess who was up at 9:30 in the morning to watch it? Me, because it's the NFL, and we are obsessed with the NFL as a country.
Okay. What I was saying before was like, does the NFL hate their fans? Because the Browns and Saints, at least recently, and for the most part historically, have been absolutely terrible. So,
well, the Browns, I mean, the Saints without Sean Payton and Drew Brees went for their 8th year, but I think you're underselling this Browns Saints game a little bit. I don't think when you have two entertaining quarterbacks, and I think Shedeur Sanders is entertaining. I'm not saying he's good, but he's a guy that you want to turn on the TV to watch. Like, I don't think this is like, I'm trying to think of an example. I would rather watch Browns Saints right now than say Jets, Cardinals, any team with the Jets. The Jets don't move the ball. The Jets are just pathetic. But, like, I don't know. Would I rather see Browns Saints than, like, Cardinals and Raiders without Fernando Mendoza? Yeah. Now, Fernando Mendoza, I don't care who you play. I'm signing up to watch him. So, like, that's what draws for me, which is why this Super Bowl doesn't draw for me because I have two quarterbacks without a lot of personality.
Yeah, but the storyline is so attractive, in my opinion, for both quarterbacks.
I mean, we've seen both these teams win a Super Bowl. It's sort of same old for me. I'll be happy for Darnold if he wins. I'll be happy for Drake May if he wins. I don't like to me, we talk about this all the time. Sports is great when we have villains to root for. Everybody hated the Patriots. Everybody hated the Chiefs. Everybody hated the Warriors. Everybody hates the Dodgers. We watch them because we want to watch them lose. When there's no villain in the fight, I go, who cares?
And for me, the Rams are the villains in that 49ers game.
Which is funny because for me, the Niners are the villain, not just because they eliminated my Eagles from the playoffs, but I've always hated the Niners because I've never been a Shanahan fan.
Yeah, ever since they moved to LA, I've always hated the Rams.
Yeah, I know. You will not forgive Stan Kroenke.
No, I will not. And I have nothing against the Saints. Like, Drew Brees is one of my all-time favorite players. There was a period of time where I was actually trying to argue he was the GOAT.
I know you were. I think this was our first ever topic, or one of our first ever topics on championship rings. Josh Ungar tried to argue with me that before 2020, Drew Brees was the GOAT over Tom Brady.
I mean, Tom Brady didn't convince me that he was the GOAT until he did what he did with Tampa Bay. It wasn't.
I mean, Brady had 4 or 5 Super Bowls, and Drew Brees had 1 and 1 appearance. But I mean, you can make the argument Drew Brees is better than Aaron Rodgers. I think that Aaron Rodgers was more talented than Drew Brees, but Drew Brees was a better football player. That's what I think we do in the media all the time. And I know we're getting off topic, and I don't care. I'm pulling at you. We confuse talented and great.
Yeah, we do. By the way, if Drew Brees does not get in the Hall of Fame, I'm gonna riot.
Well, wait a minute. Does he get in the Hall of Fame, or does he get in first ballot? Because according to everybody on the internet, that's 2 different conversations.
Well, it is. I very much so agree with that. He should be first ballot. Absolutely.
Hey, Drew, are you a Hall of Fame? By the way, Drew Brees retired in 2020. Phillip Rivers would have been eligible. Drew Brees better than Phillip. Do we know any other quarterbacks that are competing with Drew Brees that you can think of?
I think Eli Manning is on the ballot.
By the way, that's funny because Eli Manning has more Super Bowl appearances and wins than Drew Brees, and nobody thinks Eli Manning's better than Drew Brees.
No. By the way, Larry Fitzgerald is also on the ballot. He absolutely needs to get in. One of the greatest wide receivers I have ever seen.
I can make an argument he's the best wide receiver that I've seen play live. I want to answer this question real quick. Which team do you wish played overseas but stayed over there after the game? Say it's the Jets. They play in North Korea. Honestly, I don't think Jets fans would care if they stayed overseas. I always thought when I was younger, because I didn't know any better about travel, that the Jaguars having a permanent team in London would have been cool.
Excuse me. I would definitely say the Jets. I know they have the only perfect season in NFL history, but if the Miami Dolphins stayed overseas, I would not care.